The storm system that dumped more than a foot of snow in the plains is over. Now they're digging out. But there's a new system ready to bring more wintry weather ahead of the holidays. By the way, the official start of winter begins late tonight or at midnight if you live on the East Coast. This means today is the shortest day of the year. The sun will be directly over the Tropic of Capricorn, which is about 23.5 degrees south of the equator. That means in the northern hemisphere, the sun will be at the lowest point from the horizon for the entire year. Time now for your vote 2012, and all eyes are on the Hawkeye State as GOP candidates continue to campaign. The Iowa caucuses are January 3rd, less than 2 weeks away. Frontrunner Newt Gingrich has not had the easiest time on the Iowa campaign trail. His poll numbers are dropping, and yesterday he was insulted by a voter. Gingrich also saw a key endorsement from Iowa faith leader Bob Vander Plaats go instead to underdog Rick Santorum. And it's looking more likely Gingrich may not win Iowa if recent polls are accurate. Real Clear Politics shows Iowans are leaning toward Ron Paul, 23.3% to be exact. Mitt Romney is in second with 19.8%, and Gingrich has fallen to third with 18%. In the world of presidential primaries, New Hampshire is not only known for its famed first in the nation status, but also for how relatively easy it is to get on the ballot in the state. In addition to the handful of frontrunners in the national spotlight, there are actually many more candidates running for president. Steve Bottari from our affiliate WBIN introduces us to some of the presidential hopefuls you've probably never even heard of.
Okay. He's running for president. In fact, all of these people are. 17 lesser-known presidential candidates made their cases to voters at the New Hampshire Institute of Politics. On top issues,
I propose replacing our for-profit health care.
I'm pro-God, family, and country.
And also some pretty unique ones. From astrology.
I'm a natural left-handed peaceful phlegmatic Pisces.
To a substance called thorium.
We have enough thorium for all our power needs for well over 1,000 years.
And yes, even equestrian matters.
Free ponies for all Americans.
New Hampshire Secretary of State Bill Gardner says the fact that almost anyone can run makes the primary here so different.
You don't have to have the most money or fame. If you come here and spend time here, you have a chance.
Presidential hopeful Vermin Supreme says that chance doesn't necessarily translate into votes.
I received 43 votes in the last New Hampshire primary.
But that's not deterring candidates like Ed O'Donnell.
I have to become nationally known January 10th.
That was Steve Bottari reporting there are even more presidential candidates in the state. 14 Democrats and 40 Republicans voters will have to choose from on primary day, which is January 10th. Well, the Philippines continues to deal with the deadly aftermath of a tropical storm and a Saudi prince's big investment. It's time for Global News Now. Authorities in the Philippines say the death toll from Tropical Storm Washi has now topped 1,000. The heavy rains hit over the weekend in the country's south, which is usually spared such devastating weather. Tens of thousands of people are now homeless, hundreds are still missing, and the country's president has declared a state of national calamity. Blast off! Look at this spectacular launch of Russia's Soyuz rocket this morning. The three-member crew is now steaming toward the International Space Station. On board is a cosmonaut, an American, and a Dutch astronaut. The spacecraft is to dock with the ISS on Friday, joining 3 other crewmates just in time for Christmas. A billionaire Saudi prince wants a piece of the social networking craze. Prince Al-Walid bin Talal says his investment firm is buying a $300 million stake in Twitter. He's been on the Arab rich list for 8 consecutive years with a reported net worth of $21.3 billion. He also has investments in News Corporation, Time Warner, Apple, and Citigroup. And that's your Global News Now. Time to get back to business with news parents of college-age students may find upsetting. Here's Ryan Bass.
The pay for many university presidents is going up along with tuition. The Chronicle of Higher Education just published its list of CEO compensation for private institutions. One president was paid close to $2 million after bonuses in 2009. Some of those in the $1 Million Club retired in 2009, and the newspaper says many of the salary packages included bulked up one-time benefit payments. Are you scrambling to finish up your holiday gift list? Toys R Us stores nationwide are staying open for 112 hours through 10 p.m. on Christmas Eve. It all began yesterday at 6 in the morning. This is the second year in a row the retailers remained open for 24-hour shopping in the days before Christmas. 14 Macy's stores will also stay open continuously. By the time the busy holiday travel season has ended, the typical American household will have spent $4,155 filling up their gas tanks. This year, a record, and more than 8% of what the median family takes in.
That's the highest percentage since 1981. Gasoline averaged more than $3.50 per gallon this year. For your Back to Business, I'm Ryan Bass.
Coming up next, a story of tragedy and triumph. A mass shooting that left several dead and left one congresswoman fighting for her life. We look back on how 2011 changed Gabrielle Gifford's life forever. That story's next on INN.